Hey, that time it said I'm live, so all right, well, we're streaming this time. Uh, Hopefully the headset is keeping the outside sounds from being too much. The TV upstairs, and someone must be here because the dog is barking something crazy next door. But yeah, welcome back to another uneventful episode of Digging in the Dirt. Today we're going to transplant the pineapples that I got to root last year. I've got some fresh compost. I've got some new pots for the two that are broken. And yeah, we're going to screen some dirt. So the pineapples will be transplanting once I get all this compost screened again. Because I already screened it once outside on the big contraption that I made for screening compost. But now I'm putting it through this tray because it'll get some more rocks and some sticks and stuff out. I've got 3 5-gallon buckets worth of compost to go through. So that should be enough to repot the pineapples. All this stuff that's too big to go through this screen will end up in with the worms that are behind me. You can't see them now, but at the beginning of the video and when I move the camera again, you'll see them. Well, you won't see the worms, but you'll see their towers. I'm sorry I'm subjecting everyone to my heavy breathing, but I breathe heavy and loud. It's years of cigarette smoking. I advise highly to anybody never to start smoking cigarettes. I wish I didn't. It's one of the reasons I like to make these silly videos of me doing mundane stuff. Because whenever I've got the camera going, I don't smoke cigarettes. Ooh, that might be too much all at once. Yeah, that's too much. It's gonna get all clumpy. Ooh, that's heavy too. Yeah, I put too much in at once. You can see it blocks up the holes in the screen. Well, we're almost through our second bucket. I again apologize if I'm breathing super heavy into the microphone. It's not my intention. All right, well, we're through our second bucket. Just the last one left. Got dirt in my sandal. Oops, sorry. Hit the microphone with the shovel. All right, well, we've got our dirt for our pineapples now. So let's get the pots ready for our pineapples. Oh yeah, remember the worms I mentioned before? All this stuff will end up in these worm towers for them to eat. But for now, we're going to take, oh, I think we're going to move this back down a little. We're going to get the pineapples out of their pots. Well, these aren't pineapples. These are tomatoes from last year. This, I think, is the pineapple that's doing the best. I cleaned all the weeds out of this one. I don't know, a week or so ago. That's when I got the idea to make the video of transplanting them. I'm very proud of them. They were kind of hard to get to root. They're just the tops of pineapples from the grocery store, and I got them to root and put them in dirt, and they've been going for a little less than a year, maybe 10 or 11 months. I kind of let them get a bit dry as well. This one's a bit drier than the other two because it was on an old plastic plate, where the other ones were in a seed tray. But we'll break up this root ball and put it in a pot with all brand new compost. That, and it'll give me a chance to see how the roots are looking. Which they look pretty good. Pretty solid for the top of a pineapple I bought last year. This dirt's probably still pretty good as well, but I want to put them in with the compost, mostly because they're tropical, so I figure they need a lot of nitrogen. That, and last year when I potted the pineapples, it was at the end of the year, so I didn't really have any good compost. I don't think this is the one that was cracked. One of the pots has a crack in it, but this one does not. So this one's good. We'll angle that down a little more so you can see what I'm doing, because you don't want to look at me. You just want to see the pineapples do their things. All right, well, that looks pretty good. Probably need a little bit more dirt in a day or so once it settles down a bit. All right, this is another good pot. This one's not broken at all. All right, well, we've got our second pineapple. We'll pull all the weeds out. I'm sure a lot of weeds are going to grow in this one again. Oh, Ghost just sent me a text. I hope she's not saying that there's no sound. I've never used this headset before when making a video. Ghost, are you out there? Leave a comment. Tell me if there's sound and if you can hear me. Also, tell me if I'm currently screaming into the mic. I probably was. So there's that. Cleaned up a bit. This is the pot that was broken. It's got a big hole in it. We'll take it out, get a look at the roots, and then put it in a new pot with some fresh compost, which I think it'll like. This one we'll get rid of. I know you're the only one who ever watches. That's why, because my phone's upstairs, but I have my watch on. So when I saw that there was a text, I figured you would be the one saying either, "Hey, idiot, you have no sound in your video," or "You're screaming into the mic, you fool." But look, we're transplanting pineapples. Oh, look at that. This one has a much smaller root ball, and you can see that there's the top of, oh, let me move it down. There is the top of the pineapple I planted. Hey, Steve, what's up? Are you watching as well? Or are you watching on the same screen as Ghost? Oh no, there's two concurrent watchers. Are you guys watching at the same room on different phones? Because that'd be wild. But yeah, this one, the pineapple, put out a shoot, not from the head I planted, but a whole different shoot. So that's pretty cool. Also makes sense why the root ball on this one is so much smaller. Oh, that's rad. Yeah, I totally meant it's rad that I freaked him out. That's the best. Well, make sure to like, comment, and subscribe. I died inside a little. But Now, other people out there in YouTube land, if you watched and commented, I would talk directly to you, and Ghost wouldn't get all of the attention. You guys actually showed up at like the best time because before I was just screening all this dirt and that was boring and I wasn't really talking because what am I going to talk about while I'm screening dirt? Like, and now we shake the tray left to right and right to left and left to right again. And you know what's next? That's right, right to left. Um, I guess every once in a while we do turn the tray 90 degrees. And now that we have the nicely leveled pot, we snatch it out. Just and let's go a little higher up on this one. So there's our second pineapple, nicely transplanted. And here's our third pineapple. This one might be dead. I might have underwatered this one enough that it didn't survive. But we'll find out. Because the only way to find out if something is alive is to dig it up. See, Ghost, I need you in the comments because you're what gets me talking because otherwise I'm just planting a pineapple and what can I tell you about the pineapple? It's a pineapple in a pot. I'm planting it. Let's watch me plant it. Like that's not fun, but you there in the chat, I can just say things and stuff and then you're commenting and like I can take it from there and like get a more sense of direction. Because that's what this channel needs is more direction, less randomly dig. I mean, obviously, we need more randomly digging holes in the yard because that's like the entire premise of digging in the dirt is da 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 digging in the dirt. West and south. I don't get what the west and south references. Is that when I was talking about shaking the tray? Can we do this here? Oh yeah, no, when I come down, like what I want to do because you think you're like, oh, my drawing people aren't going to sit and watch me draw. Like we could just do this. Like you could just have a picture that you're going to draw and we set up the camera where we're watching your hands draw and do all sorts of pretty drawing things like drawing. Um and yeah, then we'll just do that like stuff. I kept trying to get my buddy Eddie. I was like, we should do a podcast. And he's like, I don't want to be on camera. I'm like, we can just put videos of me digging in the dirt and talk over that, and people might watch it. And he's like, no, I don't want to do that. And I'm like, okay, but we could do that. Yeah, no, I can totally do your yard work. I'm bringing corn seeds down. I appreciate that you're saying it is jarring. I'm not saying it weird for any reason. That's just how horrible the words come out of my head. Um, I've been told I have a thick Boston accent. I've been told by other people that I have a full-blown like nor'easter Maine accent. Um, One time when I was in the Army Reserves, no, when I was in AIT before I finished that and was doing my reserves, a lieutenant, second lieutenant. He was a second lieutenant when I got there, but when I left, he had gotten promoted to a regular lieutenant. He swore up and down that I sounded like I was from Australia. No, I got no gripe doing Steve's yard work because here's the thing. Um, he's got basically my muse, which is Ghost, because I'll just be like, "Hey, Ghost, I'm gonna go dig a hole," and she'll be like, "Hey, that's stupid. You should dig a hole with some sort of purpose." I'll be like, "All right, I'm gonna dig a hole and I'm gonna make a mud igloo," and then she'll be like, "Don't do that. That's stupid." And then we won't have. No, Steve wanted to do a podcast. Use the stream as an excuse to exploit the man for yard work. I already read that. The specific thing is Boston. Haha. No. No, Steve wanted to do a podcast. Hallo, ik ben Muse. Yeah, no, we can totally, because we're gonna plant. So here's what we're gonna do down at Ghost and Steve's. Wait, should Steve have a code name? He kind of can't now because I've been calling him Steve this whole time. Like, all right, his code name is Scuba. So like Ghost and Scuba. Um, when I go down, I got all the gem corn and the blue corn and the red corn and the white corn and like all this different corn to plant. So like as a half joke, I was like, let's plant an American flag made out of corn. And like we could really do that. I think this one, oh, I can tell this one's gonna have a good sized root ball on it. I was worried when I was like breaking the other one apart because like two huge clumps came off, and that's usually bad because you don't want big clumps to come off because it'll rip like the delicate roots with it. But fortunately, it the other one looked the way that the other one looked, and it was the way that it was, and the train went right off the tracks, and I forgot what I was talking about. Something about the other pineapple's root ball. Oh yeah, big chunks fell off as I was breaking it up, and I thought I like ripped a bunch of roots off, but I didn't because it was a smaller root ball. No, I can dig. I'm the same way with my garden. It's my way or it's not even my way or the highway. It's just my way, and that's that. Not bad. This one's got a decent root ball. Not like the first one. The first one I think was doing the first one was like the one that I liked the most because it was closest to the window, closest farthest from the wall by the windowsill. So I didn't have to reach that far to water it. So I totally watered it more often because I'm lazy. Uh, yeah, that looks pretty good. If not, your most original joke there. Grease boy. Who, me? My nickname? I don't need a nickname. I'm Lally. I paid good money for that. And my chat, everything could be about me. It could absolutely be about me because it's my chat. I'll take my chat and go home, and you guys can start your own. Please don't leave me. Please don't ever leave me. Is this the broken pot? No, this one's good. Didn't I throw the broken one across the room? No, I delicately placed it behind me. Same thing. I'm going to be honest here. You guys being in the chat probably is the only reason that this is even remotely worth watching because now I have like human interaction and it's like, hey, come on down and hang out with me while I plant some pineapples. And before it was just like, I'm down in my basement. You want to watch? Which tattoo? The one that you can vaguely see? Because this is the most important part, because that's me. I got that the day I turned 18. Great story. So I went in and I was going to get the Lally. And the guy who was doing it was basically like, "You're an idiot. That's a terrible idea. But I mean, if you got money, I can do those for $10 a letter." So it would have been like $80 for the whole thing. And then his manager, who was kind of a dick after he started doing the tattoo, was all like, the letters you picked out of that book are $20 each, even though we resized them really small because they were like big letters for getting on your back. So he was like, that's going to be like $20 each. So um, I was like, I don't have that kind of money. So he finished and I was going to pay for it and leave. But then I was like, I'm going to say I need a cigarette. And I went out for a cigarette and then I never paid for this part of the tattoo. So that happened. I just got on the subway and went home. But the rest of it is great because it's words that say words because it goes the of and to, a and is I, that it for you was with on, as have, but be they, but be they. And that means a lot. Some people, nothing. To me, it means stuff and things and stuff. Uh, they're the 20 most common words in the English language, so it doesn't really mean anything. Like that sentence doesn't have meaning, but it sounds like it does. The of and to, a in is I, that it for you was with on, as have, but be they. But be they. What about when I say it like a song and it goes the oven to a and is I that it for you is with on as have but be they those other words written on my arm. I got distracted and planted this one crooked. And now I'm planting it more better. More betterer. Much more betterer. I know that'll be great. We'll be people won't believe you, and they'll be like, "Ah, it doesn't say that when he calls you." And then I'll call you one day, and they'll be like making the podcast, and then it'll ring. So Steve wants to make a podcast. What's he want to talk about? Because I know he likes to talk about politics, and that's a very polarizing topic to get started with a podcast on. Maybe we could talk about other stuff, like I don't know. Because I mean, I don't know enough about politics to have like a politics podcast, but I totally have the know-how on how to stream and stuff. Like, look at me here. I'm streaming. You're looking at my face. See, I would love to have, because, all right, I would like to have a show like Alex Jones where it's completely known that all the crazy I'm talking about is just completely fake. Like how when you read the SCPs, those are all fake. They're just like great creepy pastas. Um, but because I used to love like the Weekly World News, like hearing about Bat Boy. That's where it's at. And no one will ever convince me that Bat Boy's not real because Bat Boy is real. All right. I saw the pictures of him. You're going to tell me that in 1997 they were photoshopping stuff? They barely had computers in 1997. I was there. I used Windows 95 in 1997. The internet was not a thing that you would recognize. Not everyone likes Alex Jones. I'm pretty sure the parents of the Sandy Hook people don't like him. They sued the shit out of him, which I don't know. He says he never said what they said he said, but who knows what Alex Jones says? Because I don't think he even knows what he says sometimes because he's saying it faster than he's hearing it. No, the face is probably better now because I'm not really doing anything with my hands except picking the dirt off them because they're filthy. They call them fingers, but I've never seen them fing. Oh, there they go. Uh, I'm not sure what to do now. I planted my pineapples. Um, I don't really have any more pots to plant anything else. Um, I have all these blue potatoes that have eyes on them that I need to plant, but um, I don't. Ooh, excuse me. I get the hiccups. I don't have the pots that they need to go in cleaned out right now. Yes, this is my biographical episode. This is where we find out a lot about the backstory. We kind of set up the characters that we'll see next season. Ghost, you'll be in the next season. Scuba, you too. James, I don't know how easily you think I could convince you to just be on camera where we just talk about stuff and the whole world gets to watch. I mean, not that the whole world is watching, but like they could. We'll hold off on the more people for a moment because I need to go to the bathroom. So I'm just going to let the camera run while I walk away. I bet the microphone, because it's Bluetooth, can hear me in the bathroom. Well, it was a pretty good episode, wasn't it? Did, did the microphone stay connected? Did you guys hear me in the bathroom? Is that why you said, "Damn it, this was supposed to be a good episode"? Did I ruin it by not taking the headphones off? Yeah. No, yeah, I know P sounds equal no views because that's a terrible thing to do. Um, yeah. Oh, and now I'm down to only one viewer. No, this is why we can't have nice things. I ruined everything. Um, yep. No, nothing to redeem. No way to redeem myself. I've ruined everything. And that's what that is. I do. My 3 viewers, though. I'm really happy I have 3 viewers. I'm probably going to have to end the stream because I ran out of pineapples to plant. Um, yeah, next time we can learn more stuff like how to take your headphones off when you go upstairs to go to the bathroom so that the whole world can't hear you peeing. Because that's weird. Like, that's really weird. All right, yeah, I'm gonna end the stream and go wash my hands and yeah, maybe I'll do another stream. I got a puzzle upstairs and I cleaned off my table today, so maybe I'll just put a puzzle together while I ramble incoherently about random things. But okay, yeah, that's the end of the stream. Here's the theme song. That's the end song of the stream song, and it's done. Goodbye.